Hi everyone, this is Bob. Been working on the Heathkit SS9000 here. This is a junker gutted chassis for SS9000. This was number 3, serial number 3, and I found this sticker in here with my initials on it, dated 1/13/82. That's when I built this one. I built the first 7 myself, and put each part in there one by one. But anyhow, this one here I bought, and it was already gutted, as you see it now. But what happened here, I just wanted to make a little video on what happened. The SS9000 number 2, which is right here, stopped working, and the problem was a bad relay right there. So anyways, I suspected the relay, the relay or Q1202 right there that I'm pointing with my finger, pointing at with my I got my pencil out now to point to it. Right there. You can check that from the top of this board without even taking the board out, using an ohm meter, like an analog meter I used, Simpson 260. You go base emitter, base collector, and then you turn the leads around, collector base. You go base collector, and then collector base with your 2 meter leads. One way it should read 15, 20 ohms or so, and the other way it should read infinity on the R times 1 range. And I'm a little confusing on that, I know. So anyhow, I checked it that way, base collector, emitter base, and you do each side, emitter to base, then you turn the 2 leads around on R times 1, and one way it should read low, or about 20 ohms, and the other way it should go to infinity. Same thing, base to collector. And you can check the transistors on these that way. And most of the time in the Heathkit equipment you can do that. If you can get to the leads on the top of the circuit board, you don't even have to take it out. So the transistor was the first suspect, the relay was the second, and the off-on switch, which is located up here, was the third. So the off-on switch just connects one of these 2 leads right here to ground. So I checked that to ground and turned the switch on, and it was working fine. The transistor here checked good, and I thought, holy cow, the only thing left is the relay, unless one of the wires is torn off or something. So anyhow, I took the relay out, and here is one just like it. This is a good one. But I took the relay out and tested it, and sure enough, it was bad. So I took the one out of this chassis here and put it into this rig up here, which is the one that wasn't working. This is the first time I've used this camera. I see the focus is not the best. This is a Samsung S21 Android camera, and I've never used it for this before. We're going to see how it comes out. If I think it's reasonably acceptable, I'll put the video onto YouTube. So I changed that relay, and now we got things just working fine here. This is the one that I put the LED readout into because I could not find the fluorescent readout. I do have a fluorescent readout now that I could put in there. I got some parts that were given to me, and yeah, there was a fluorescent readout in there. These are flickering on the camera. They are not flickering to my eye as I look at it. These things are scanned digits, and the scan rate will cause them to flicker on a camera because the camera is scanning as well. So when you when you look at it through the camera or the playback from the camera, the digits will flicker, but they do not flicker to my eye when I look at it directly. Boy, there's flickers I see sometimes really bad. Anyhow, that was the whole problem, was that relay, and I changed that. And while I was in here, I was checking the batteries. I have in here the, I just pulled 2 of the connectors out. Let me turn the radio off. But I was looking at the batteries here, and I have got the Energizer Ultimate Lithium batteries in here. I highly recommend these. They've got the extremely long shelf life, and the shelf life is marked on the battery here. These say 2040. The power that is taken from the batteries to maintain the memory is so terribly small that the batteries should last their shelf life. So these should be changed about 2040. And since I'm turning 80 years old, I don't think I'll probably be here to change them. But anyhow, I wanted to show you that on the batteries. And I highly recommend these Ultimate Lithium batteries because according to the Energizer company and according to several comments I saw on the internet regarding these batteries, they do not leak when they get old. And it says in there that lithium batteries are normally regarded as being a battery that does not leak. And I saw that several places on the internet as well as on information from the Energizer company. So I highly recommend you guys use the Energizer Ultimate Lithium batteries. I know they're very expensive, but just think about it. You put one set of these in, and they last and last and last and last, and then you don't have to worry about them leaking when you set the rig on the shelf and it's sitting there for 10 years, because I have seen so many SS9000s just ruined by ordinary alkaline batteries that leak when they get old. So please check your batteries, and I highly recommend the Energizer Ultimate Lithium. I'm sure some other brands of Ultimate Lithium or lithium batteries would be good too, but these were available. And like I say, they're very expensive, but you change them once like that and they'll last you for years and years and years and years. So that's the deal there. And like I say, this is engineering test unit number 2, and I've had it quite a while. I rebuilt the whole thing in 2013. And so to have the relay go out, it was kind of a surprise. But hey, things happen, don't they? So with that, I guess that's all I've got for today. And I'll just say 73s and good DX.